This is truly an unprecedented situation.
This virus doesn't discriminate. It attacks everyone.
I want every American to be prepared for the hard days that lie ahead.
The coronavirus has changed life as we know it across America. But how did we go from 0 cases to having more than any other country? The timeline starts on January 21st, when Washington State reports the first coronavirus case in the United States.
This is certainly not a moment for panic or high anxiety. It is a moment for vigilance.
Within a week, the CDC confirms Illinois, California, and Arizona also have cases. And on January 30th, Chicago witnesses the first person-to-person transmission in the country. The following day, Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar makes this announcement.
I have today declared that the coronavirus presents a public health emergency in the United States.
The U.S. also starts denying entry for most foreign nationals who recently traveled to China. By February 17th, confirmed coronavirus cases in the U.S. increased to 15. 1 week later, the stock market begins to drop, and the CDC reports a case in California with no known travel history.
This particular case could be the first possible instance of community transmission of COVID-19 in the United States.
Meanwhile, President Trump says this at a press conference.
It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
The next day, Washington reports the first coronavirus-related death in the country. They become the first state to issue a state of emergency. Several states follow as we enter the month of March.
A public health emergency.
A declaration of emergency.
State of emergency.
The Senate also passes an $8.3 billion emergency spending bill. And by March 8th, confirmed U.S. coronavirus cases reach the 500 mark. The World Health Organization then declares this 3 days later.
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
Meanwhile, several colleges take their classes online, and sports leagues start suspending seasons. Then, a major announcement from President Trump.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe.
That ended up not applying to U.S. citizens, but many Americans still scrambled to get home. Then, this happens at the Rose Garden.
I am officially declaring a national emergency.
And on March 13th, Louisiana becomes the first of several states to postpone their presidential primary. At this point, over 30 states issue school closures, and people start panic buying in stores.
It was quite crowded, and we had to wait outside for about 20 minutes before they let us in.
Jumping to March 16th, scientists in Washington launched the first human trial for a potential vaccine, and the White House recommends people avoid bars, restaurants, and groups of 10 or more. Then, the Bay Area tells residents to stay home, barring essential needs. It's the first major U.S. city to enact a measure like this. And at this point, the coronavirus hits all 50 states. Then, the Senate approves a second relief bill. And the next day, California issues a statewide stay-at-home order.
We are confident that the people of the state of California will abide by it.
Several states soon follow suit.
Stay at home.
Stay home, stay safe.
Quite simply, stay at home.
By March 23rd, New York has emerged as the epicenter of the outbreak with over 20,000 cases.
It's nonstop, literally. A lot of people come, they not really survive, they expire.
And Governor Cuomo announces the state will launch 3 new studies for potential coronavirus treatments. The following day, the White House asks New Yorkers to self-quarantine if they've recently left the state. Then, the World Health Organization warns the United States could become the world epicenter of the outbreak. Meanwhile, American coronavirus cases surpass that of China, and on March 27th, Congress signs off on another relief bill. This time, a historic $2 trillion stimulus package that'll issue $1,200 checks to many Americans, plus relief to corporate America and small businesses. That all brings us to the week of March 30th. The USNS Comfort hospital ship docks in New York. President Trump extends social 1,000 volunteers in California. U.S. coronavirus cases hit 300,000. And in the last 2 weeks of March, almost 10 million people file new unemployment claims. Roughly 2.5 months have gone by from that first case in Washington to where we are today. As always, we'll be keeping track of this story as it evolves to give you the latest headlines, numbers, and details to help you stay informed.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.